artist statement. I'm also nervous reading the cup. Okay, so I felt like I was holding my breath since the beginning of the pandemic and throughout 2020. When the new year arrived, I was able to exhale a little because I had this great appreciation for making it to a new year, and thankfully with my family all together. In mid-January of 2021, my heart broke as I had to quickly say goodbye to my rock that had kept me going, especially during the pandemic. Suddenly lost my Lobito, his name is Lobo, which is Spanish for wolf, but I call him Lobito, baby wolf. I lost him to cancer really quickly, which finally knocked the wind out of me. When I was ready to inhale again, I realized how creating from the heart and memorializing a loving relationship was profoundly therapeutic for me. I gave myself permission to be still, take in all that I observed, relish in the memories, and express my appreciation for all that I witnessed. This ritual continues as I connect with new stories from others and their relationships with their companions. I paint portraits in honor of a beloved one. So, when he passed away in January of 2021, that was shocking because it was that feeling of like, we made it through the year, and the pandemic, of the fear of breathing around people, right? Because of the mask and the virus and everything. And so there's all this focus on the people, making sure the people survive. I live with my elderly parents, so that was very important, obviously. So he got sick really fast, and it turned out that he had metastatic cancer in the lungs, came to some of the part of his body. So that tripped me out because it's like he couldn't breathe, but he didn't die from the cancer. I mean, he didn't die from the virus, he had the cancer. He was 8.5 years old, which was also shocking to me because I thought we were going to have more time. So I love the Bay Area because they have such a great support group. Someone suggested a pet loss support group, and I didn't even know that existed, and I thought that was so sweet. Because something that is often frustrating about grieving over the loss of a pet is not a lot of people respect that, or it's like we kind of feel ashamed of it, like we have to hide it because it's not the same. But I think a lot of people understand how precious and very unique that relationship can be with your companion, because it's very intimate and they see you like they see you. And that can be very different from how other people see you. So we all kind of carry our own perceptions of what life should be like, or our own traumas, or whatever it be. But the animals are very much in the moment. They see you and they appreciate you in the moment, and just really represent unconditional love. And they pull out unconditional love. So that group recommended doing like an altar, or some things to feel like they're taking care of them still, to kind of help transition that they're not physically there anymore. But I decided to paint him. I had stopped making art since 2010. I went to an art school, but I went for fashion design. And I guess I just felt like I couldn't make anymore, or I started shifting my priorities to other things, and I had stopped it. But because the pandemic took so much away, the busy work of like, I didn't really have the same schedule or excuses to bury my feelings in, and I had to face them. And this is how I faced them, is that not only did I come to paint him to heal the grief, but also to repair the broken relationship I had with art. So every time I would come to paint him, he took about 41 hours spread throughout a couple of months, because I guess coming from an art school background, I didn't want it to feel critiqued. I could feel my inner criticism coming through and worried about time or stuff like that, and I was like, no, this is going to be a new ritual. I have to come at it with peace, with love, as if I'm coming to take care of him. So I took my time, and you're welcome to come and check it out when we have time. I go in with little brush strokes. I got really into the detail, and that was really therapeutic. It was very, it's just like meditating, observing. And this one's on the bigger side. I've do smaller ones too, but I could feel like his face next to my face again. So as I was stroking the hair, I felt like as I was painting the hair, I felt like I was stroking his hair again. And then I did the flower backgrounds because that feeling of just, I wanted it to feel like clouds and like I'm bringing him flowers, but it's more of just representing the energy around him, like this peacefulness of him moving on to his new state of being. But I don't know where it comes from, but I didn't really Photoshop the colors or anything like that. And it's still kind of how I paint. So I'll go back to this. So much like in life, he kind of would lead the walks. And so when I shared this painting with, online with my friends, people started asking me to paint their pets. And so it's like he's still kind of leading me to new connections and new communities. And some, at the beginning, this was friends, and then it becomes friends of friends. And now it's a journey I want to keep going, because not only do I love to take my time to make these really detailed portraits, I really get into capturing the eyes and kind of feeling the energy and the connection of the animals. I like how the people, they're not photos that I take, it's the owner's photos, so it's really sweet to see how they would want to capture them, or their perspective of the relationship. And like I said, with the animals, you can really feel it in the photo, in the moment, that well, in Spanish, it's called cariño, but it's love, it's care, it's tenderness. And especially with just over the years, how we just need a lot more of that. So, yeah, when I paint, I love to see people's reactions of feeling like, oh, you captured their essence or their spirit, especially if the pet's passed away. That's really, that I really love, to kind of bring them back, or have this feeling like, yeah, they're not, reminding them they're not really gone, they're always with us, with any loss. So that's kind of how it goes. And then if someone wants like flowers or custom work, then I just pull up images and then play around with lighting, change the colors depending on how I feel it goes with the rest of the portrait. But yeah, this one's, I've only been painting with acrylic on canvas. I am curious about trying oil, but yeah, this one's acrylic on canvas. Yeah, I should try it. I want to learn. And this whole process has been great because I feel way curious, hungry to learn. And, yeah, just explore. But I love connecting with people and the stories, hearing their stories, and how their animals have affected them, or death. Just celebrating that tenderness and unconditional love that can feel really unique with a pet. And I've painted people. I paint my mom as well. But it's interesting. It's a little different energy than painting a pet. Painting pets feels a little more fun. But I love painting the fur, the strokes, and all that stuff. And I have a website and an Instagram. It's MarianaPaintedThis.com, and I have some cards there if you wanted to see the other fun portraits that I've done.
Everyone should go and take a close look at the eyes and the roses. Courtney and I have had the pleasure of looking at everything in this space every day, and we were just recently talking about the detail of the roses. I mean, you capture the dog just so beautifully, but the roses in the background are just this like, wait, what? So I definitely recommend taking a closer look.
Thank you.
We came with some friends to the opening and some of our friends were saying, look at this. Look at it. It's very beautiful.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I do like putting the flowers, especially if the pets passed away, because of that, again, that feeling of bringing back, and like you think of Dia de los Muertos, it's all about the flowers, bringing back what they loved, or things that can represent their personalities as well. And in general, I'm a nature lover. I just love, and that was something that my dog really helped me. Which is, it's funny, like in life, you would literally remind me, slow down, smell the roses, smell the flowers, take your time, observe your environment, and really get immersed in that, which is, I think, helped me a lot. And I'm so grateful that the parks were open during the pandemic. That ritual in and of itself was really helpful and sustainable for me. And so, yeah, bringing back him. And then the act of painting him was very like in the moment, present. Trying not to like let my fears or inner criticism come through, and just take my time. And he was an anxious dog. I'm an anxious person, so the idea of taking time was like that's hard to sit and be in it. But I'm getting better at it. Thanks to him.
Did you work flat? Was the painting flat when you were working on it, or was it?
No, I have them up.
I was thinking maybe some of your tears dripped into the process.
Was it? Oh no, I did cry a little bit, but it actually made me feel happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it brought a lot of good memories. Or like I started to appreciate the crap out of him, and just all the years that we've had, and all that I was able to do.
From this perspective, sitting here, I'm glad you're standing on that side because he's like looking at you.
Yeah.
What a vision of-
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.